Let's go to Roger's office for his look at Scorsese's first movies.
Earlier in this show, we reviewed Martin Scorsese's first 3D film, Hugo. That brought me back to my first memories of Scorsese, as related in my memoir, Life Itself. Hello, I'm Bill Curtis, speaking for Roger Ebert. In the autumn of 1967, I had been a film critic 7 months. I was 25. I saw a movie named I Called First, later to be retitled Who's That Knocking on My Door? I identified with the movie's rock and roll, and indeed, I Called First was the first movie I recall seeing with a soundtrack that was not a composed score, but cobbled together from 45 RPM records. I had seen great films. I had in truth seen greater films, but never one that so grabbed me. Perhaps it was because of that experience that I became a film critic, instead of simply working as one. His greatest film is Raging Bull, and it is an act of self-redemption. In a period before it, he had fallen on hard times. One day, while he was in recovery, De Niro walked in and threw a book about Jake LaMotta on the bed. "I think we should do this," he said. Certainly, there is more of LaMotta in Scorsese than some will realize. Since his first work, Scorsese has never disappointed me by making an unworthy film. He's made a few films that he confided he needed to do to get other films made, but if it is true, for example, that After Hours was done simply to distract him from the heartbreak of the first cancellation of The Last Temptation of Christ, it is also true that After Hours is one of his best films. A director like Scorsese tends to go deep.
Thank you, Roger.